All right, hello everyone. So I'm a little sick at the moment, so we'll see how well this goes. So Atlanta. So the race was amazing. We'll start off with that. The first two races this season have been amazing. I know there's been some issues with officiating, like the finish. That was really stupid. I don't know why they didn't let them race back to the line, because it really could have just been like last year, just with different drivers. So it's sad we didn't get that finish, but it doesn't really take away from how great the races have been so far. Daytona was just amazing. Had phenomenal racing. And Atlanta was pretty good, too. I didn't get to see the whole thing because I was working, of course. So I did get to see a lot of it racing. It was very action-packed, because Atlanta and Daytona are very different tracks, kind of. Like, they're both super speedways, but the racing's different. Like, at Daytona, you can go free wide racing. Meanwhile, at Atlanta, you can't really do that without wrecking people like Stenhouse did. So, yeah, anyways, now on to Busch, the best part. So let's start off with trucks. So Busch won Atlanta Trucks, his first win in 9 or 10 months in like the entire NASCAR series. Because he last won Texas Trucks last year. And that was back in like April, I think, of last year. Yeah, it must have been. So yeah, that's 10 and a half months then. Almost 11 months. Wow. It's been rough. So seeing him win Atlanta Trucks, even though it was a truck win, and yeah, he beat like a bunch of inexperienced drivers, it was great to see. I have a video of it. I was screaming my head off, happy. So, yeah, I get it. He went back to the truck series, and no, everyone gets all butthurt about that. Who really cares about the truck series anyways? The fact that Busch was down there brought so much viewership just from Kyle Busch fans and people wanting to see him race. The truck series probably likes when he's down there, if anything, because nobody else cares about any of the other drivers, let's be honest here. So anyways, off of that, Austin Hill won Xfinity. I don't really care about that. RCR won, but that's really about it. Anyways, to the Cup Series, the good part. So Busch finished 7th, his first top 10 of the year. His first top 10 since Atlanta last year. Atlanta in the fall. Yeah, that was... I don't know how many races that was, but that was from early September to basically late February. He did not get one top 10. Now, of course, there was off-season in between there, but that means from October and November, he didn't get one top 10, and the rest of September. So that's insane to think about. He moved up to 23rd in points, which is pretty good, because if he has a good day at Circuit of the Americas, then he can get himself in the playoff contention, which right now, if you just have a good race, you're going to get right back up there. So it's so early in the season, it doesn't really matter right now, which is fun. Once you start getting near playoff time, it starts getting really, what's the word? Starts getting very, I don't know if frustrating is the word. Stressful. Starts getting very stressful because, like, every race, could impact Busch in any way possible. But right now, nothing really matters. I mean, I'm just happy he had a top 10 run. It's been a while, so I'm happy. Apparently his car struggled in traffic later parts of the race, so he probably could have done better if his car wasn't struggling. But that's, that happens to everyone. He did a pretty good job avoiding all the wrecks. Hosefar chopped his nose at the ending of stage 2, which cost him stage points. He had a bit to say on the radio about that. No, he wasn't very happy, we'll put it that way. And other than that, he had a pretty decent race. He had some lengthy pit stops, so he also had a really good pit stop one time that got him up to first. So I'd love to see more of that next week, because that's where it's going to matter. It's going to matter on those, like, let's be honest here, super speedways don't really matter how you do on pit stops, because you could get back up to the front if you just have a good handling car. Tracks like Circuit of the Americas, pit stops are basically everything. Having a good car and pit stops are everything to winning on road courses, so he's really going to have to pick up his game. The pit crew's going to have to pick up their game, and RCR is going to have to give him a good car next week to compete. I think he can compete. It all matters with luck, because last year he should have finished top 5, but Bell spun him out, so there you go. He was pretty good on road courses last year, and he were one of the better places for him, so we'll see how he does. I'm definitely a lot more optimistic than I was last week, just because, no, he didn't really have anything that annoyed me this week too much. He was fine. I don't know. He was definitely very aggressive in the truck race, because why wouldn't you be? And they were all inexperienced. But in the cup race, you could tell he wasn't doing the same moves that he's doing down there. So, yeah. Very good start to the season. Hopefully Busch is just going to keep on improving from here. Hopefully it's not 2024 all over again. We won't see him in trucks again until North Wilkesboro. That's sometime in May, I think. So, yeah, it's going to be all cup from here on out for a little bit. We got Circuit of the Americas this Sunday. Then we got Phoenix next Sunday. Then we got Bristol after that. So Bristol could be fine. We'll see. We already know Phoenix is going to be one of the races that you don't want to watch all year, because nobody wants to be at Phoenix. It's a terrible track. It has a terrible package, and I hate every race there. So I'm not really excited for that race at all. Bristol, he might be good at. He was decent there in the spring last year, until his car just broke down and he started spinning out. So yeah, it's gonna be a few maybe rough weeks ahead, maybe good weeks ahead. We'll see. I don't know. I'm optimistic about Busch for once in my life, which means that he's probably going to get a major penalty on Wednesday, just because his car was taken back to the R&D center. So we'll see how that plays out. He's had his car taken back to the R&D center a few times before, and nothing's happened. So I don't know. We'll see. If RCR really was cheating with that car, I'm going to be so disappointed. Beyond disappointed. And also, it's just rumors. He might be running Rebel Bourbon this weekend, or he's running that Bank whatever car. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you all for watching. If you watched this far, yeah, go Busch.